What's up, guys, gals, fellers, and fellettes? Can't forget the fellettes. What you have in front of us today is the Bare Metal Beauty, my newest creation. Got a few things to do to this thing today. When I was chopping on the frame to make chain clearance down there for that dude, I accidentally nicked the brake line to my drift handle up here. And since she's running on hydraulic brakes, you know, that's got the squirty squirt juice in it. There we go. Master cylinder back there. You know, that'll squirt out and run out of juice now that I've put the line in it. So, I don't feel like messing with that crap. So, got plenty of brake calipers around here that will work on that. So, we'll swap that out for a mechanical and cable style brake just fine. And also, if you notice, I've got a couple pedals here. So I'm thinking, since, I need gas throttle pedal really bad on this thing because of the fact that it's so torquey. Easing on the throttle is kind of hard to do when you're using an old bicycle brake lever. So, something in the I'm going to fashion something together to where this is going to ride about right in here. That way we can just, in that way. So that's going to be tricky because obviously go-kart pedal and, lawnmower frame wasn't never meant to be mixed together, but we're going to do it by God one way or another. So I'm going to have to, think about that and ponder a couple ideas on how to fashion that together and get the throttle cable hooked up to her. So, hang on tight. This ought to be a good one. Okay, now what I've got planned to do here is I got this bolt right here pushed through this hole in the frame, and I've taken this and bent it quite a bit out further away from what it was originally shaped as. I'm going to weld this to the frame right here, slide this over top of it, and this way we'll have a bolt holding it down here, lock nut with a washer so that it can still spin on that bolt. And I'll hook up the throttle on the bottom down there. It's got a little tab on it and some holes in the side for the spring. And I'll just hook the spring to this, over to this pedal so it'll have some tension. Hook the throttle, run the cable around and under, hook to this tab so that when we push on it, it'll pull on the cable and open the throttle up. We'll let that cool down for a second. Got the bolt welded on there. Now you guys can see what I'm talking about. Little bolt right here, welded it to the frame. This will go on in this fashion right here. We're gonna have to bend her out a little bit more. Better. Let's get a spring on her and the cable hooked up. I think it'll work just fine. I need to bend this out just a tad bit more to accommodate for the steering rod here. Okay, got the cable ran down here. So you see this other end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and cut a slit or groove, basically a deep groove in this so that I can lay the cable down into it, and that will hold it, should hold it in place. But I'm going to have to get take a piece of metal with another slit in it and weld it to about right here so I can slide this piece into it and hold the cable in place while the actual pedal to hold this part in place, while this slit or this groove in this pedal is pulling on this end. So we'll be able to go like this and move the carb. Alright, got the groove cut in or the slot rather, cut into the pedal. So this is what I'm hoping for to happen. Just holding that in place on the cable. Now I just got to get this part secured down here. Figure out where exactly I need it at. Okay, and this is what I've came up for my cable holder, cable stay floppy bop. I've got this little piece of angle iron here. I drilled a hole in and cut a slot with my Death Grinder 3000 wheel. And this will go into the slot, the cable. This will lock in place like that to hold it in place. Just got to weld this right down here to this. Okay, now you can see got that clamped on there, getting ready to weld her on to place. Got the groove cut where the cable was set. Now I'm going to have to obviously shorten the sleeve on this so that it'll reach over to there, so I can hook the cable to the actual pedal itself. But I think it'll work just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and get this tacked on there, and we'll be back in a second. Kind of hard to tack with this thing. Okay, well, I got it operational. Unfortunately, because of the way this carburetor sticks out, unless I get a super long throttle cable, and came up with a different way to get it to hook into the pedal itself right there. But it does function. I'm not sure if I'm getting full throttle or not yet, but I'm going to need to hook up a spring. The spring that's inside the carburetor here isn't enough to return it very well, so I'm going to hunt down a spring and get that hooked up real quick, and then we'll get the back end off the floor and try her out. Alright, let's fire it up and see if it works. Kill switch hooked up too. She likes to get crazy. But at least the pedal's done. You know, she's a little bit out of whack, but works just fine. So, and that's what we worry about, function over form. So, anywho, I'm out of time today. So we'll get the brake problem fixed next time. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to drop a like, and if you guys haven't yet, please hit subscribe. And we will see you guys soon for a brand new video. Thanks for watching.